Have you ever met someone who looked kind, calm, and trustworthy, but somehow, being around them made you feel uncomfortable? No shouting, no anger, no obvious red flags, yet something inside you whispered, "Stay away." According to Carl Jung, the most dangerous people are often not the loudest or the most aggressive. Instead, danger can come from people who are completely unaware of the darker parts of their own personality, their shadow. Jung argued that denying this hidden side can lead people to project it onto others without realizing it. Jung believed every human being has a shadow. Not a monster, not evil, but the hidden emotions we refuse to accept. Our jealousy, our anger, our selfishness, our fear. When we pretend these emotions don't exist, they don't disappear. They simply go underground. And that's where they become dangerous. Imagine a person who constantly says, "I'm always honest. I'm never selfish. I'm always right." First, that sounds admirable. But Jung warned that people who believe they are completely good may become blind to their own flaws. The parts they reject in themselves often get projected onto others instead. They start accusing others of lying, while secretly deceiving themselves. They call everyone toxic, yet never question their own behavior. They believe everyone is against them because they cannot face the conflict within themselves. This is called projection. And projection is dangerous because the person genuinely believes their own story. They aren't pretending. They truly cannot see themselves clearly. Now ask yourself, have you ever met someone who always blamed everyone else? Every failed relationship was someone else's fault. Every argument had only one villain. Every mistake belonged to another person. If someone can never admit even a small mistake, be careful. Because growth begins with self-awareness. Without it, the ego becomes a prison. The frightening part is that these people often appear confident, charismatic, even inspiring. But underneath that perfect image, there may be unresolved fear, anger, or insecurity waiting for the right moment to emerge. Jung believed real strength doesn't come from pretending to be perfect. It comes from admitting, yes, I have flaws too. Because once you recognize your darkness, you gain control over it. What you refuse to see eventually controls you. That's why the most emotionally mature people are not those who claim perfection. They're the ones who can say, "I was wrong. I need to improve. I'm still learning." Self-awareness is far more powerful than self-righteousness. And here's the most important lesson. This isn't only about identifying dangerous people. It's about looking at yourself. The next time someone's behavior irritates you deeply, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, why does this affect me so much? Sometimes the answer has nothing to do with them. It may reveal something hidden inside you. That doesn't mean every criticism is projection. But honest self-reflection helps us separate reality from our own unconscious reactions. Carl Jung's message wasn't to fear your shadow. It was to understand it. Because the person who knows both their light and their darkness is far less likely to be controlled by either. The most dangerous sign in a person isn't visible on their face. It's the complete refusal to know themselves. And perhaps, the greatest protection isn't learning how to read others. It's learning how to read yourself. Because awareness is the beginning of wisdom, the mask of perfection. The truly dangerous person is rarely the one who admits their flaws. It is the one who desperately tries to appear perfect. They never apologize, never accept criticism, never question themselves. Their image becomes more important than the truth. And once protecting their image becomes their priority, they will lie, manipulate, and even hurt others, just to avoid looking wrong. Perfection is often a mask. And behind every mask, something is hiding. Why we ignore the warning signs. The strange thing is, most victims notice the warning signs in the beginning. They feel uncomfortable. Something feels off. But they ignore that feeling. Because the person is attractive, successful, confident, or simply very charming. We trust words instead of patterns. But character is never revealed by what someone says. It is revealed by what they repeatedly do. Always watch actions, because actions never wear a mask. The final lesson. Carl Jung's greatest warning wasn't about dangerous people. It was about becoming one without realizing it. Every human being carries light and darkness. Ignoring the darkness doesn't destroy it. It only gives it more power. But the moment you accept your weaknesses, you become stronger than them. The strongest person in the room is not the one who looks fearless. It is the one who is honest enough to face themselves. Because self-awareness creates wisdom. Wisdom creates control. And control creates freedom. So before asking, who is dangerous? Ask yourself, how well do I truly know myself? That single question may protect your entire life.